well. They're good refs. I'll have to ask them after this event to see what their criteria was for that. Very curious stuff.
Claudio.
But now moving on to the under 100 kilogram division. We got Claudio C.Calasans versus Anderson A.Munis, who defeated A.Munis in the previous round. Claudio defeating Tinoco.
Yeah, it's a very interesting matchup. We all know C.Calasans is used to fighting the bigger opponent, but Anderson seemed to be very athletic for his size.
Height difference. Look at that. But also look at the belt difference too.
Yeah.
Interesting to see.
It's a big experience gap here. It may outweigh the athleticism for Anderson. We'll see.
Really, really curious to see this one.
I expect him to try to jump in, saying that when guys know they have the size advantage, they may look to be a little bit more physical.
Interesting too, Anderson, double guard pull attempt, but no looking at the watch. Yeah, and so Claudio's going to come up, and he's going to get two off of that, so a mistake from Anderson.
Pulling first.
Somebody,
one of the corners doesn't agree, but the other one does, so that 2 is going to stand.
Wow, so huge mistake right in the beginning.
You have to be very close with especially at this tournament, they have a very huge screen right behind, so where you can see the smallest detail of who really touched the ground first. So C.Calasans up 2 here. That's going to be very, very big points there.
Butterfly sweep attempt nearly gets it to work. That's going to give him an advantage. Yep, nobody waving it off. They keep it.
Yeah, he seems to have a very strong lasso.
And elevates Claudio in a way that I've seen very few competitors do in previous times.
That lasso off balancing is very strong. I've seen him hit it 2 matches in a row now, where it looks like it takes little to no effort from him. But he's getting a lot of off balance here.
On top guys, especially somebody with the base of C.Calasans.
Yeah, C.Calasans initially went right towards his 50-50, but switched it to more of a lapel guard with his legs straight through. It's like a grip kind of look like he's still going to go to that 50-50 as soon as he gets off balance. And Anderson should be hooking behind that leg. Oh, he pulls him into close guard. C.Calasans is known for a very dangerous close guard. We'll see what he has here.
That is a lot of posture to break, though.
Yeah.
If Anderson decides to just stiff arm the lapels maybe into the armpits, or both lapels with one hand into the chest, that is.
Yeah, but C.Calasans is known for very strong wrist locks here.
Yes, he is. His wrist locks and his takedowns.
One of the more dangerous wrist locks in all of jiu-jitsu. So close guard is not a place you want to hang out in. He already attacked one wrist lock here.
Now, if you're Anderson, are you looking to stand up right away out of this?
It depends how much danger he feels. I always say I don't want to be in the close guard, no matter if I feel the person's close guard is good or not. I don't want to sit there because you never know like what attack, and you have no really attack that you can do here. So I would stand up if I were him, but he is up in advantage, so both guys just got a penalty.
4 minutes left to go.
Começou agora, Juninho. 3,50, vai. Atividade, vamos lá, vamos lá. Isso. Aqui a atenção tem que ter. Isso. Não, volta pro solo e com o joelho.
Anderson with good posture. Sitting up nice and high. Nearly his weight a little bit too far back in case C.Calasans wants to come up and attempt a hip heist.
Yeah, but his arms are so long, you just stiff arm him in the chest and get him right back to his back. C.Calasans has to do a lot of off-balancing, more than you would normally have to do for someone you're fighting.
Oh, working for this overhook, does not get it back.
Anderson doing a great job circling his arm out and not giving that up.
Yeah, and C.Calasans is very quick with those, with the pummeling too.
Oh, yeah.
Another mini wrist lock attempts going on here.
Anderson has to be careful because if he gets caught in the good one, it's going to give the advantage at the very least. C.Calasans may look to open his guard soon if he can't get anything going.
Only 2.5 minutes left to go. The winner of this match is going to fight.
Oh, Calasans with one of his
Mateus Denise versus
signature
Tim
positions
Spriggs.
here. This Owen Plata with the leg hook. Very tight.
Getting it underneath the chin. Make it very, very tough.
One ref looking at, yeah, they give the advantage there for that.
Yep, 2 stand up for the advantage. All 3 give the advantage.
I agree. He got that foot under the face, so kind of got the crank going.
So everything is tight.
A little bit on Anderson's face that he definitely felt it. So this is a great position for Calasans because he could look to pass that when Plata's sleeve over and sweep.
Yeah, he's trying to underhook the far armpit.
Yeah, he also has his leg lock attacks there. Oh, he sits up here. Very hard position for a bigger guy to get out of on a smaller guy once you get your arm stuck like this.
Oh, wow. And Anderson just powers Calasans up.
But it's hard to get your arm out because the smaller guy closes the space so much better than you're used to at a bigger.
But Calasans does not have the lapel in between his legs with his left hand. He's just grabbing the far lapel, and you can see the elbow now starting to slip out because of that.
Yeah, he may look to go back to close guard here.
Yep, I think Anderson's going to be able to
Oh,
shut him
he
off.
gets it back. Oh, it's
back in.
Almost had an armbar attack going there. Yeah, it's
Anderson
very
looking to
hard
step right
grip for
over.
the bigger guy to get out of just because the legs are so much more tighter than you're used to.
Claudio grabbing the lapel, but it's on the outside of his own legs, which can make it tougher to hold on to.
Just a little bit, but it also breaks the posture a little bit better. So Anderson's having a harder time getting his head up. Well, he ends up
there.
getting out.
There he pulls out 100%, and now they're standing.
Smart by Calasans to push the pace here.
Well, I would think you'd look to pull right away if you're Anderson.
Yeah, definitely, especially knowing Calasans' background, it kind of tricks you a little bit. He could play guard the whole match, but in a situation like that, he'll go back to his judo roots.
And he does pull guard, but he pulls right into a double underpass.
Yeah, he's looking to get a cross collar, maybe the no-arm triangle with the cross collar grip. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, good call. Yep.
Calasans saw it coming, so he's kept his chin down. He may just look to stand up and do a big lift at the end. Looks good for the judges.
That arm is
but
not in there.
But backing up right there does not look good for the judges. We'll see.
Leaning a lot of pressure on Anderson. Calasans waves it off.
Yeah, he looks to tell the ref, no, that's not in. But he did that backing up at the end may not have looked too good in the ref's eyes. They don't score the advantage, so I would assume they don't see that as a strong attack. I didn't think it was in, but when you back up a little bit, it always looks like the choke is in there. I think he just backed up so he can cut the corner a little bit better. But we'll see. I would give this one to Calasans because of that arm attack at the end. But it's very close. I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way here.
This one, very curious. Going to go to ref's decision again. We said these matches were pretty close in the
so far
second round.
All close matches.
About as close as you can get.
And 2-1 for Calasans. Very close match, very good showing by Anderson. He will have another fight for a third.
Look at that size difference.
Yeah, and that's even still
very clearly.
Incredible for him to be a purple belt with that much experience and poise there at the end of the match. Just knowledge to know to go for the
lose by a split decision.
Yeah, very good match. He will have another match against the loser of the next match here for the third place spot.
Here's a replay. This is that double guard pull, but it was not a double guard pull.
You see both looking up to the ref, and it's usually a race there because both guys don't really know who's standing first most of the time. So once they see the ref not looking, they're just going to try to stand up as quick as possible that it may be there 2 points.
And there was that sweep from Anderson, which was beautiful, so clean.
Very close arm attack. It looked like he almost got the tap even. This is the choke at the end.
The hand was not deep though.
Yeah.